So in this video, let us discuss about performing an arithmetic or logical operation. Here, the ALU performs arithmetic operation on two operands which have been applied to its inputs A and B. Let us see about this figure which have been shown here. This consisting of a single bus architecture which has Y temporary register and a constant data R4 and a multiplexer with a select input. Either we can select a constant 4 data or a register data Y as input. So with that, which is going to be inserted into an ALU as input A, and one more input is going to be taken from any of the specified register through the internal processing bus as input B for the arithmetic and logic operation unit, and which is going to perform the operation, and that is going to be giving the results in the temporary register Z. Through Z, it's going to transfer to the bus, the internal processing bus, and from there it's going to be stored into the specified register. So where the control ALU control signals are going to be used to select the operation which is going to get performed by the ALU. Let us discuss about one of the operand which is going to be discussed over here. So if you're going to see about the multiplexer and the other operand, the two operands are going to be needed over there. One is going to be an A, such is nothing but output of the multiplexer, and other input or other operand which is going to be obtained directly by the processor bus from the specified register. So here the results which is going to get produced from the ALU, arithmetic and logic unit, is going to be stored temporarily in the Z register. Let us discuss about a particular operation. This ALU is a combinational circuit that has no internal storage. So always the ALU gets two operands from MUX and the bus. So the result is going to be temporarily stored in a register Z. Let us discuss about a issue or a problem, how we are going to perform an arithmetic or a logical operation in this particular process. A question which have been posted over is nothing but what is the sequence of operation to add the contents of register R1 to those of R2 and stores the results in R3. So here which have been clearly mentioned that the content which is going to be present in R1 should be added with the content R2, and the result should be get stored in the register R3. So that instructions which have been very clearly mentioned. Let us discuss about how it's going to be get doing this. So here we are going to take register R1 which is going to be producing an data to a register, nothing but R1 out, which is going to be given to Y. Through Y it has to be taken to MUX, and through the select value from the MUX it has to insert into the input line A for the ALU. And R2, register R2, the content of the register R2 will be resides over here. This R2 is going to be giving, it's going to be giving to the ALU, nothing but R2 out, which have been fed through the processor bus to the another input of the ALU B. And the ALU, after processing this data, produces the output to the Z. The Z temporary register has to output the value. Z out is going to be given to a register. To store the data, we need a register R3. So the Z out data will be sent to the organizational processor bus. Through the bus, it will be stored in the register R3. So R3 is going to be storing the data, hence R3 in. Such a way it has to be doing its operation. Let's discuss about the sequence. The sequence has been clearly mentioned as R1 content to be added with the content of R2, and those value will be stored in the R3. So we are going to follow the first instruction as R1 out should be moved into Y. Y is nothing but accepting it. So R1 giving R1 out, Y accepting, so Y in. R1 out to Y in. First one. Second one, R2 producing an output, R2 giving an data out. So R2 should be out, which will be given to B. During that time, what happened? Which is going to be selecting an input from the mux. So select the value Y and add operation has to be done, add ADD, which is going to be doing over there. Then it will be fitting, or it will be feeding the data to the temporal register Z, so that Z is going to accept. So Z in. So R2 out, select Y, add, give the data into the temporal register Z in. That is the second instruction. Third instruction, which is going to be called as Z is going to be out the data that is going to be stored in the R3 register as in. So the third instruction is going to be Z out, comma R3 in. Here the steps which is going to be proceeding as the first step, the content from the register R1 are loaded into the register Y. The second instruction, the second step, the content from the Y register and the register R2 are applied to the input A and B and performing an add operation, addition operation, and the result is going to be stored in the Z register. The third step, the content of the Y register, Z register is stored in the register R3. So there the signals are activated for the duration of the clock cycles, which is going to be corresponding to that step. During that time, all other signals are going to be inactive. Such a way, it's going to perform an arithmetic or a logical operation in the basic processing unit. Let us discuss about a control signals of the memory data register. This memory data register, the MDR, which is going to be interconnecting the memory bus data lines, and which is going to interconnect the internal processor bus. So the memory data register is going to be placed, or it's going to be placed in between the internal processor bus and the data line, memory data line. So which is going to be in between this, it's going to be get placed over there. So this circuitry, which is going to show a connection and control signals of register MDR, memory data register. This memory data register has 4 control signals, which is have 4 control signals. First one, MDR in, MDR out, MDR in external, MDR out external. So these are the 4 control lines which is going to get present over there. This MDR in and MDR out controls the connection to the internal processor data bus, and the MDR in external and MDR out external controls the connection to the memory data bus. Such a way it's going to do its process. Then the memory address register has 2 control signals, which is going to be called as MAR in controls the connection of the internal processor address bus, and MAR out controls the connection of the memory address bus. Such a way, these connections are going to be made to control the signals from the register towards an processor or towards a memory bus data line. Such a way, it's going to do the transaction of data from the memory to the internal processor, or from the internal processor to the memory for the data transfer between memory and the internal processor.